Where are the dogs of war? Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and today I want to talk about a faction that's highly requested to join the Total War Warhammer family. These are the mercenaries with no limits. These are the Dogs of War. So the Dogs of War are one of those rarer armies not seen since 6th edition, yet a lot of the people who look into the obscure parts of Warhammer Fantasy eventually come across them, and yeah, they are quite an interesting army. While at first glance a lot of people see them as just another human faction, considering that most of their lore is based around the Southern Realms and most of the actual people who fight for this army are actually human, there are a bunch of different units that can also be taken with this army that aren't human, such as ogres, halflings, elves, even undead. This is the ultimate mishmash army and I can see why so many people are actually attracted to the idea of it. Yes, there are some who complain with the fact that this might be pretty much a reskin army for all the reskins, but honestly I think it sounds like a cool idea to have mercenaries being able to be hired and so on. Plus it's something a little bit different. Imagine seeing various races fighting alongside each other. It's only something that you can do with mods at the moment, and I know a lot of people who are purists and don't like to use mods. So the question stands, why haven't we seen the Dogs of War turned into a playable faction just yet? And there are a number of theories. The first one being that they might actually make different race packs for Tilia, Estalia and the Border Princes instead of having them as the Dogs of War basically. However, I actually see it as possible that they could do it as those three factions and also include the Dogs of War, with the three main factions in their respective countries, and then the Dogs of War faction kind of like a Horde faction. My only problem with this at the moment is really the Hordes don't work too well, and yeah, we know they're going to try and rework them, but yeah, they're not fun to play at the moment, and if they're going to rework them, it has to be something major to actually make them playable. I mean, let's be honest here, who actually enjoys playing as the Beastmen at the moment? But that being said, if they do get released as a Horde with a major rework, it might be kind of cool. The other theory is that they might never be released as a faction, given the fact that they're a 6th edition faction and there's not really a lot to them that separates them from other people. Yeah, they have pikes and so on, but yeah, it's pretty much just a reskin. My theory is a little bit different though. I think we'll eventually get the Dogs of War as a playable faction, given the fact that, yeah, they might be 6th edition, but they're still fairly popular. However, it's not going to be until Game 3, given the fact that obviously they have hired ogre mercenaries and the ogres haven't been released yet. It makes no sense to release ogres in one unit, because then they can just be pretty much modded and a full ogre faction could be created essentially, just without the big beasties. They've got to think about the main source of money first, and a full ogre faction will make some money. If people start, like, basically modding the ogres, it will reduce the worth of Warhammer 3, won't it? So I understand the fact of that. I mean, I could be totally wrong, and we might not even see the Dogs of War or Estalia, Tilia and the Border Princes turned into their own factions. We instead just see nothing of it. But hey, it would be nice to see something that isn't an Empire reskin down there, you know? But what do you guys think? Do you think that the Dogs of War will be turned into a playable faction, or will we never see them, or will they just be split into their respective countries? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let's have a little bit of a discussion, shall we? But with that, my friends, we've come to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, might I suggest giving the video a like, or even subscribing to the channel, as it really does help us out. In the description link below, we have various social media links, such as Discord, Facebook, Instagram, and so on, where you can get in contact with the Great Book team. Also in our description we have an affiliate link with Element Games where you can buy loads of hobby-based stuff, not just Warhammer, for 10 to 25% off. Purchasing from that link also supports the channel at no extra cost to you, which we think is rather cool. A big thank you to our patrons. Your support means the world to us. Honestly, it's really cool that people would like to donate some cash to a small but growing channel so we can actually improve our quality to the standard that we think is good for you guys and good for ourselves and so on. You know, it's super weird. But once again, my friends, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you all again very, very soon. Have a good day.